What's going on, folks? What's going on? Fugazi TV, Mono Black checking in. And today's topic is Gabrielle Union for the streets. Now, some of us, some common sense, would tell you that she is for the streets. She's been for the streets. She's disrespectful, and a lot of these things that she said this week. I'm just sitting back, amazed and puzzled by why this is being celebrated. I mean, this is crazy, man. You know what I mean? But this has become the norm, and it's troubling because I don't know if culturally we'll get better. I think culturally it's gonna get worse and worse and worse for black folks. Now, if you been under a rock, you should know that this week Gabrielle Union, she was doing some kind of on-stage interview, and where she was talking about when she got a divorce, she had a list, and the list included a lot of men. She referred them as F-boys. You can fill in the F word that she had on the list to have entanglements with. Now, don't get me wrong, I think Gabrielle Union is a 40-plus-year-old woman that's on stage with children, not meaning she was on the stage with the children, but she has children, and she's discussing that she had a list of men that she wanted to have entanglements with. 40-plus-year-old woman. Now, there's a lot of issues with that. One of the biggest issues is that, outside of the fact that she has children, she's married. And she's not married to any regular Joe Smo. She's actually married to, I think it was two-time champion or three-time champion, Dwayne Wade, who played the majority of his career with the Miami Heat. And I'm from down here in South Florida. Don't like the Heat, but he's revered down here because he helped bring a few championships to Miami. I mean, she's married. Well, I say that to say this, that she's married to someone that has means. He's not broke. He has a celebrity status. I think he hosts a game show now. A lot of people think he has personality. I mean, obviously, they think he has personality. They gave him a hosting gig, and he has a lot of friends, LeBron and stuff like that. I don't believe he's gonna be broke anytime soon. I think he has money coming in. I don't know if she has any projects. A lot of people not really checking for Gabrielle Union projects like that. So maybe she had a book. I don't know why she was on stage giving this interview. But her husband is a African American man. Now, would a white man accept his wife going on stage at the grand old age of 40 plus, talking about when they first divorced, she had a list of men she wanted to be intimate with? Now, I know a lot of black folks are gonna jump in and say, well, what I'm saying, you have the you have the Kardashians. Now, listen, we all know that the Kardashians, yeah, they have money. Yeah, they put their lifestyle out there for the most part. They put out nudes. Yeah, they probably, have a lot of entanglement outside and stuff like that. But if you ask our Caucasian friends about how they view this family, I guarantee over 50%, I'm being modest here, over 50% would consider this family as being trash. They're not going to celebrate them. They're not people that they look up to, they revere. They're not gonna, they know they exist, they know that they have money, but they don't take them as serious as the black community would take a Gabrielle Union. So the dynamics here is a little different. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy. I don't really care who's on that list. I just want to know the count of how many black men are on this list. And I haven't seen her dating records. Something tells me that she doesn't date a lot of white men. So I would assume that the majority of those men that are on that list are black. Now, she's on stage broadcasting to the world that she has a list, and everybody's going to look at it the same way I'm looking at it. They're not going to come out here and say, well, her list is probably diverse. It's probably half of all races, I guess, or equal number of all races. They're probably going to assume, and rightfully so, that the majority of the list is going to be black men. So this is another example of our queens denigrating our king, supposedly, in front of the world. Now, I've always tried to get people to understand that the logic of stuff, that 1 + 1 = 2, and the reasons why 1 + 1 would equal 2. I like to say, this was the cause, this was the effect, but, our people have a hard time of putting stuff together. How could you expect other groups of people to treat black men better when you treat black men horrible? I'm not saying that all black women do this. Probably the majority of them do. There's certain things that people say they don't know how it impacts or resonates to someone else's ears. They say it, not really reflecting on how another group of people would take it. But this is not a good look. It's not a good look. It doesn't make us look good. If you look at it in the spectrum of news, you got R. Kelly going to jail because of sexual deviancy. You got Gabrielle Union out here. Out here, you got Megan Thee Stallion shaking her butt. You got Lizzo showing her behind at over, 300 pounds or whatever, however weight she is, and then you have all this other black issues, and it's not looking great, man. It's not looking great. And people would love other people to not look at some of the things that are going on social media, the news, and then coming up with a conclusion. I mean, it's not looking pretty, man. You go to World Star Hip Hop. I always do this once a day, maybe once, a few times a week. Go to World Star Hip Hop and go and look at, all the fights that are there. And, just trying to break down the groups of people I see in these fights. And you see a lot of, oh man, I don't know. We have to come up with some kind of petition that would have, other groups of people post more of their, group fighting. I saw a WNBA group fight. It was a bunch of women and fighting, black women. Seen another one with a bunch of group of black women fighting. Man, it's more. There are more fighting videos on World Star Hip Hop with black women than there are with black men. And the way I've been looking at it, it's not even 2-1. It's probably more like 5-1. The majority of fights that are on there is black women, man. It's crazy. Folks, we got a problem. We got a problem here, man. And we're not taking it serious. We're not diagnosing it. A lot of people are. Not nearly enough. But they're being shunned. They're saying that, hey, they're bashing black women and stuff like that. But, fam, we have a problem. We need to get back to decency. And we need to get back to decency. And unfortunately, the decency starts with women. The decency has to start with women. Because when the Bible already shows us where woman goes, men will follow. Adam followed Eve and disobeyed God. Adam could have told Eve no, but he didn't. So it's gonna get worse. You have Megan Thee Stallion. A lot of black girls are emulating this. That free spirit, do what you want. Whatever you want to do, just go out and do it. It's fine. Just be free. It's crazy. And they're taking it. They're taking it, man. It's just a weird dynamic. They're not really, how many, wow, it's crazy. You see all these videos, commercials, blah, 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 about just goofy and stuff that's detrimental to the culture. How many videos and how many commercials have you seen about reading and practicing math? And it's crazy. Yeah, it's a crazy dynamic. She's for the streets, and I would hope that Dwayne Wade would actually step in here and say, hey, some of the things you're saying, you have to put a limit on it. I think that's disrespectful, man. But I don't think he'll do it. Because, looking at the background of D. Wade, he grew up with a drug-addicted mother. Had a girlfriend. His girlfriend parents took him in, raised him, and then I don't know what happened there. I don't know if she overstepped her boundaries, but he left her, and now he's with Gabrielle Union. So he didn't have that father figure growing up to show him like discipline, and he didn't have a mother figure too to show him this is how women should work. So I know he went with the girl's parents, but don't know what they taught him. But they did keep him out of trouble, and I never heard anything negative about him growing up. So I don't know. Maybe they could have showed you stuff and stuff like that, but they're not your biological father or mother, so maybe it didn't hit like it was supposed to or something like that. But I don't think. I think he wants his woman to be free. I mean, she could dress any way she wants. So don't know, man. But it's not going good. She's for the streets, man, and it's crazy. Yeah, I would love, I don't wish breaking up on nobody's family. But I would love to see if she had a white husband, would she have done the same thing? Because they change when they get with a different race. they become more, I guess, grounded, less open. I gotta respect my husband, stuff like that. But with us, it's like, yeah. That's my bae, he's fine with it. He's okay with it. But anyway, guys, that's my take on this Gabrielle Union. For the streets, why that doesn't look good for black people as a whole. Yeah, it doesn't look good, folks. But it is what it is. It is what it is.